Borat was wrong about many things in Kazakhstan.
In Kazakhstan, it is illegal for more than 5 women to be in the same place, except for in brothel or in grave.
But one thing I can say for sure is that Kazakhstan is indeed
Very nice. High five.
If you are planning to visit Kazakhstan, your starting point will most likely be Astana, Shymkent or Almaty. Now most of the major tourist attractions in Kazakhstan are around Almaty city, and Almaty has the best airline connectivity in Kazakhstan. This video is going to be the ultimate travel guide for exploring the Almaty city. But before we dive into it, let me tell an interesting fact about Almaty.
Almaty is the city of apples. So if you go around this city, you will find a lot of dishes made from apples being sold in lots of places, and there are so many statues of apples. It has been scientifically proven that apple actually originated here from Almaty.
I don't know what you are going to do with this life-changing fact, but let's explore the greatest country in the world according to Borat.
Kazakhstan, the biggest country in the world. All the countries are run by little girls. Kazakhstan, a very nice place. From the orchards of Almaty to Alfarabi, Cognac.
Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. Today I am here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So this is my last day in the city. Behind me you can see that there is a church, and this church is called Ascension Cathedral. So Kazakhstan, as you know, it's an Islamic majority country. So roughly 70 to 75% people in this country, they practice Islam. Nearly 20% of the people follow Christianity. So this is a Russian Orthodox church, and this church was built in 1907. This is 56 meters tall, and one interesting fact about this church is that this church is made from wood, and this is the second largest church built with wood in the world. So I spent 5 days and 4 nights in this city. I will give you a day-by-day itinerary of this city. So on day 1, I arrived at the airport early in the morning. I had my breakfast in Marmaris, which is a Turkish restaurant chain in the city. So you can find Marmaris restaurant all around the city. It is open 24 hours. You can find some nice Kazakh as well as Turkish cuisine in that restaurant. I can recommend that. It's not very expensive there. If you're having a lunch or a breakfast, then it can cost you anywhere between 5 to 10 euros depending on what you are taking. On day 1, I checked into my apartment. The apartment cost me nearly 27 euros per night. So I stayed near the Arbar Street. If you are coming to Almaty, then I recommend staying within 1 kilometer radius of the Arbar Street, because most of the scenic places, most of the important landmarks in the city, they are located near the Arbar Street. A lot of activities happen around this place.
Stronger than anyone I know. Chase my dreams, I hope that someday I'll still so home. I find
So I recommend taking an accommodation around this place. A lot of people like to stay a few kilometers away from the Arbar Street, but what happens is that in order to commute, you'd be spending quite a lot of money on taxis or on buses as well. So public transport here is quite affordable. There are buses that are quite frequent that run all around the city. The bus costs 200 tenge. One important thing about currency exchange is that the currency exchange rates in the airport is pretty good. You can find slightly better rates in the city, but in the airport it's also not bad. So I exchanged roughly 60 euros in cash at the airport. I got a SIM card that cost me 6,000 tenge. Digital payments are accepted all around the city in many places. Outside the Almaty city, when you go to the countryside, the digital payments may not be accepted. Here there are so many supermarkets. Small is a supermarket chain. I went there and I could pay with my card. Kazakhstan has got quite digitalized in the last few years. I saw that a lot of people could pay using just their QR code, just like UPI in India. Coming to the day 1, I explored mostly the Arbat Street. It's a shopping street. I bought a few souvenirs, and Apart from that, I also explored a few parks around this area. So I took the day one kind of very slow. You can go to the Green Bazaar. So I have been to the Green Bazaar quite a few times now. So yesterday I went to the Green Bazaar and I had a slightly terrible experience over there. So one of the guys was trying to scam me. So basically this guy gives you some food items to taste, and once you taste, he kind of forces you to buy these things.
No, only give 100 gram. 100 gram. 100 gram. 100 gram. 100 gram, okay? Sorry. No, not 300. 100 gram. 100 gram. 100 gram. It's okay. It's okay. I give you. Yeah, it's okay.
So be careful and stick to your ground and say no if you don't want to buy things, because they can overcharge tourists. So that's pretty much a thing here. So one of the things that also happened was, like, I asked for 100 gram of tea, and this guy, without taking the measurement, just packed it, and I asked him to take the measurement, and it turned out to be 80 grams. So there are some scams that can happen with you in the Green Bazaar. On day 2, I visited Kok Tobe. So I took a cable car up.
Windows down, scattered clouds, smell of spring outside.
There is an alpine coaster ride in Kok Tobe.
You sitting close,
But the alpine coaster ride was actually closed because of the heavy snow the day before.
as if all I have is you, and I'll be just fine. Yeah, I'll be just fine.
So in the Kok Tobe, you can find this statue of Beatles, and there is also a huge long TV tower, and it is kind of an iconic landmark in Almaty. That's what I explored on day 2. On the third day, I decided to take a group tour to Kolsai Lake, Kaindy Lake, Surreal Canyon and the Black Canyon. I went on this day trip. It was a very long one. It took us nearly 16 to 17 hours of long journey. So we started at around 5 a.m. early in the morning. I booked this trip through Panda Travels. You can get this kind of tours on getmyguide.com, or you can get it on a booking.com platform as well. So it cost me around 45 euros. So it was a quite comfortable journey. The guide was very nice. He explained things pretty well. The day trip helped us to cover a lot of major attractions. So the day trip with a group was quite fun and it was very enjoyable. We started from Almaty, and after 2 hours we reached the Surreal Canyon. The Surreal Canyon is a beautiful canyon which is called the Grand Canyon of Central Asia. So the Surreal Canyon is really very beautiful, and it is 154 kilometers long. So after Surreal Canyon, we stopped at the Black Canyon. So the Black Canyon is again another beautiful canyon, and you can see the Surreal River that flows at the Black Canyon. After the Surreal Canyon, we drove another 2 hours of journey and we reached Kaindy Lake.
This is Kaindy Lake, and I cannot believe that I'm walking on a frozen lake. This entire lake is frozen. Below there is fresh water, and I will show you this place around. But trust me, walking on a frozen lake is a surreal experience. The journey to the Kaindy Lake is something that you really need to experience once in a life, because it's not a very smooth journey. We were transferred to a Soviet-style vehicle that was specially, designed to travel on these rough terrains. We had so many rough terrains, including small water bodies that we had to cross. So it was a great experience. And after Kaindy Lake, we had the visit to the Kolsai Lake, and that was the end of the day 3. So on day 3 in this group tour, I made a few friends and I explored the rest of my trip with these friends. So we even went out to the pubs. We tried to explore some parts of the nightlife. The pubs basically close around 2 a.m. and the nightclubs open at around 10 a.m. and they're open
whole night. So depending on the type of person, if you're a party person, I think you would have quite a lot of activities to do here in Almaty. So the cost of alcohol is also not very expensive. On day 4, I went to Symbulak, which is like a ski resort just 20 kilometers from the Almaty city. You can take a taxi from the city center to the Symbulak, and the taxi can cost you somewhere around 5 to 6 euros. But there is a bus, the bus number 12 directly goes there, and the cost of the public transport is pretty low. It takes roughly like 200 tenge, okay, or which is like less than 50 cents. So depending on your time and comfort, you can do that. I went by taxi, but on the way back I took the bus. So the friends I made the day before in the group trip, we went together. So we took a 360-degree gondola. So there are 3 different elevation levels where the cable car or the gondola stops. So depending on the difficulty level of skiing, so you can either go to the top or in the middle or at the lowest elevation point where the people do some skiing. So if you are a beginner level skier, or if you just want to try skiing for the first time by hiring an instructor, then I think you should just go to the ground floor. In the top, when you go all the way to the top, it's a beautiful view. It's like 3,200 meters above the sea level, but at the same time it was quite chilly. I think we could not stay for more than 10 minutes in the top, so we returned back. But it was a great experience, Symbulak.
Namaste. Narendra Modi Jindabad. Good, very nice.
After coming from Symbulak, we explored around the city a bit more and tried some local cuisines. On day 4, one thing I did was I tried horse milk for the first time in my life. I'm having horse milk for the first time in my life.
It's okay. Leave it. भाई मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा ये horse milk. Too strong for me, bro.
It tastes like a little bit like yogurt or salted yogurt or lassi maybe. Okay, chach, like a salted chach. But to be honest, the smell was so strong for me. I tried horse meat in Ukraine one time during my last visit to Ukraine, but I did not like the horse meat, and I also don't like the horse milk. For me, the smell is so strong as well. If you have ever tried horse milk before, then let me know in the comment section what do you think about it. On day 5, again, I'm out here exploring the Almaty city. I'm going to explore a few more landmarks in Almaty city. There are a few botanical gardens in the city to be explored. There is a statue of Mahatma Gandhi. So there is a park dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi called the Gandhi Park here in Almaty. So I'm going to visit there as well. I have a flight in the night to India. If you have like a 7 days or 8 days itinerary, then you can go to Astana and spend 2 days over there. Most of the attractions in Kazakhstan are around Almaty. Kazakhstan is a very big country. It's the 9th largest country in the world, but it's pretty empty. So the people have been very nice and friendly to me so far. As an Indian passport holder, I can visit Kazakhstan without a visa for 14 days. Okay, so that's why a lot of infrastructure in Kazakhstan has been built around attracting the Indian tourists. Even the Air Astana flights from India to Kazakhstan or Kazakhstan to India are quite cheap. So that has actually boosted tourism here in Kazakhstan, especially from India in the last few years. Kazakhstan is a beautiful country. Okay, come explore. The food is very nice. The people are warm and welcoming. Even if it is winter or it is in summer, you have always some things to do around here. So in the winter, the big Almaty lake is frozen. You cannot visit there. The road is closed, so I'm not able to visit there. But if it was summer, then probably on day 5 or maybe on the day 1, I would have visited the big Almaty lake. So unfortunately, this is one thing I will not be able to visit. Anyways, I hope you found this video to be quite insightful and it gave you an idea about visiting this beautiful country. So if you like this video, then do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you in the next video.